Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's going to be hopefully a super quick video, and we're going to cover a couple of things, or one thing in particular that someone has raised in a previous video. Now, the comments were made in was this one you can see on my screen. I'm going to put a link to the description to this video below so that you can go through the comments, so you've got a better understanding of what's going on. But basically, one particular person, thank you Danny for your comment and your question as well. Super enjoy answering these sorts of things. And hopefully it's what you're looking for. But basically, what Danny is trying to achieve here is that they are trying to build a view in an ASViewController that has an image node and a table node, and when they put one child in inset spec, it all works correctly. But as soon as they put it in a stack spec, they just get a black screen, as it says here. However, just get a black screen. Someone else has put here that they also get the same problem, and when I asked whether they were explicitly doing it in an AS display node or an ASViewController, the response was an ASViewController. So the point of today's video is so that we can resolve this issue and hopefully help others that may stumble across the same problem. So I've got a test project set up. I've got 3 nodes. The third node is to be an example later. But the 2 main nodes that we're going to use is an image node and a table node. So if I build this, I've got this AS inset spec here, and I'm just providing the single child because that's all that is allowed to take. And what we will see here is a table view with yellow cells, as I've explicitly said here. I've got a fixed height of 130. Most people use the dynamic sizing that Texture offers, but I've just given it a fixed height. It's got a super rough and ready project. Then we've got our normal data source stuff here, returning 20 cells and a section of 1. We've got a helper method here, which I'm going to talk about a bit later. And then we've got our main initializer function, which is setting the data source. We're setting the table footer view to 0 rect, a rect size of 0. And then we've got our layout spec block that's handling all the sizing, which is the normal thing you would do in a ASViewController. So I've just provided the single child, and we get the nice table view here. The table view here, and it takes up all the screen, which is fantastic. That's what Danny was seeing. But then when you put, so what people want in the comments are trying to achieve is like a stacked layout. So I've created a stacked layout. It's vertical, it's 0 spacing, the content is at the start, and we're taking all the available space. And then we've got our 2 children, which is an image node and a table node. And then our child, we're now replacing our table node child with our stack layout, like so. And then when we build and run, following what Danny's comment said, we will get a black screen, which is correct. And then I'm going to now show very quickly how you can fix this. So there you go, we've got a black screen, which is what was mentioned in the comment here. However, just a black screen shows up, and then they go into detail of other steps that they've taken. So let's shrink that down and focus on how we resolve this. And the way to fix this is by when you create an AS display node, fundamentally the layout spec that fits is using like a flex box style of adding stuff to the view. So if I give you an example, so in the view controller, we've got our stack, as you can see, you get a black screen. But if we now add this one line, so we've got a table node, dot style dot flex grow equals 1. Now what we'll see is we'll see a 50-50 split. No, sorry, we'll see the table view now appear, and it'll take all the available space. Like so. So now we have said this here explicitly says that I want the table to grow and take all of the screen. So that's not what we want. So we need to do an image node dot style dot flex grow equals 1. And now what we'll see is that the image node takes 50% and the table node takes 50% of the screen. But we don't have an image provided. We'll look at that shortly, because I want to provide you with another example. So there you go. This black area is the image, and the other the other area is the table node. And just to prove that it is the image, we'll give the image node a background color of green. Like so. There you see we've got a green. So this spare node one here that I've created, I'm going to also add this. So self dot spare node, like so, and we will also make this grow. Spare node dot style dot flex grow equals 1, and then now what we'll see is we'll see each one of those take a third of the screen until it fills the screen. It will look quite a strange looking UI, having two image nodes and a table in the middle, but it's just an example. There you go. So that's our image node. This is obviously our table node, and this is our spare node. So we're going to take that away and get rid of that one, like so. Then if we now uncomment this baby Yoda, get rid of that background color, what we'll see is, because we've said we want the image, the flex grow image to the image node to grow, and we're actually providing it with an image now, we'll find that this will actually take more than half the screen. Like so. So this image is actually taking more than half the screen, and the table view is taking like the lower third. So to fix that, you can either provide a fixed height for the image, do some calculation under aspect ratio and stuff like that, or your server may provide you an aspect ratio. Or if you just want it to be 50-50, you just say that you want the you'll explicitly set the image of the image node and just have the table view do the flexing and the growing, and then you'll find that this image, Baby Yoda image, will actually start taking 50% of the screen again. Hopefully this kind of is all to do with the flexbox stuff. So one element has to take, so in your example, I don't know whether you're providing it with a fixed height. If you're not, there you go, it takes 50-50 again. If you're not providing it and you're using aspect ratio, then you want the table view to flex and grow, and then you'll get this scenario here. So like I said, you can provide a fixed height or the aspect ratio, but I'm not going to worry about calculating the aspect ratio because it's not getting sent to me from the server. So I'm just going to provide it a fixed height. So we'll do preferred size dot height equals, we'll give it like 250. And then we build and run. Because we're using the flex grow on the table will take all the available space until the image view is 250 in height. And this, you'll see on the simulator what I mean. So there you go. That image is 250 and the table is taking the rest of the available space. So hopefully that resolves the situation that you're in with the black screen. If you get rid of that and get rid of these two lines here and build and run, you'll be back to where you were originally with just having a black screen. Yeah, hopefully that resolves the situation that you're in. As you can see, it's just a black screen. So yeah, play around with the flex grow settings on texture. I would say that if you just provide, going from what you said in the comments, if you just provide the table node, the ability to flex and grow, I think everything else should fall into place. And yeah, I don't know what you're doing with your image. So if you're providing an aspect ratio, then you can provide it like a fixed height and let the table will just grow accordingly if you just provide the flex grow attribute to the table. And that will work on a stack view as well, or on a horizontal stack. So if you wanted like multiple images along the top, it would work exactly the same way. It's just about saying which element you want to grow to take all the available space, and then you should be fine. Like I say, if you get any more questions, then please leave a comment and we can follow up. But hopefully that this resolves your issue, and this is the sort of interface that you are trying to achieve. Table view here and a hero image at the top. And hopefully this has provided value to anyone else that's having a similar situation. But that's all for today. So, like I say, it was a quick video. Probably went a little bit more into too much detail, but if I've not, or if there might be too little, if I've not covered enough, then please leave a comment. We can elaborate more on this going forward. But a few people have mentioned about me doing a TikTok style UI in texture. Probably gonna do that next, but I've also been investigating some other layout frameworks that make layouts super easy and straightforward, rather than using Swift UI, because after WWDC 2020, I was a bit disappointed what Swift UI had to offer, and the fact that they're not making it backward compatible. So like the lazy grids and all that sort of stuff is not iOS 13 friendly. Yeah, so I'm going to be carrying on pushing forward with frameworks like this, and the pros and cons of using those frameworks, i.e. start making your app bigger and stuff like that. But that's discussion for another video. Danny, I hope this has helped you or given you an inkling into where you can start looking at trying to fix your problem. Again, if it hasn't, please get in touch and we'll look at it further. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the sunshine as well if you're in the UK, as much as you can. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.